This is such a hopeless subject for the appearance of the thing that calls itself me. Because you see, it's just an appearance. It's not a person. It's not just not a person. Hi, Wave Sun. It's hopeless because this appearance, it's this appearing as a feeling of a person. But there isn't anybody there. It's just an appearance, no different from my cup of tea to the floor. It just is. There's no way out of this because there's no one here to find a way out. There's just nobody here. I am here is just an appearance. It's all utterly meaningless. The wonderful thing is that there is this. There is this, but it isn't wonderful for anybody. There's nothing particularly wonderful. There's no wonderful thing. It's just fascinating and awesome, but not for any reason. And also, it's really ordinary. Everything is always as it is. But you see, the person has this idea that there's a magical ingredient in this called freedom for me, called I will get there. Well, nobody will get there because there is no one. There is no one to fall away. There's only what is. There's no liberation. There's no freedom. All these ideas, we've just been like programmed to think that there's such a thing as liberation because everybody talks about it. Liberation, after liberation, when the me falls away. There is no me to fall away because nothing is happening that is anything to do with a person. There is no separation, so there's no separate anything. But for some reason, we believe that the me falls away. Then it's really wonderful, already wonderful. Yeah, but not in the way that the person, the seeking energy wants it to be wonderful. You know, all light and rainbows and freedom and, you know, an endless bank account and, you know, nice things. Wonderful. It's full of wonder. It's a wonder. It's fascinating and mysterious that there is, hi Paul, that there is anything here at all. That's kind of wonderful. But it's not wonderful as in all your problems are resolved. Because there's nobody who has problems. Problems appear. Problems disappear. Walls appear, walls disappear. Speaking appears, speaking disappears. See, nothing's going on, you see. This is not about, what I'm talking about is not about, actually it's not about separation. I'm kind of done. I will talk about it, you know, from us, but really the core of everything is the most simple thing. There's only just this. There's only just what is. There is no separate individual, so that's what seems to be addressed mainly, the separate individual. But there's nobody addressing a separate individual because there is no separate individual. Everything just happens at once. And that's just utterly impossible to talk about. Because what could you say about this? To give it fancy names, it's oneness. But to who? Who is it oneness for? This is not for anybody. This is just absolute life. Absolute aliveness. It's here. It's shelves and floors and tea. Yes, but, says the me. Well, it's the yes, but as well. It's the whole dream of, I'm nearly there, no, I'm not there. It's better, it's worse. It's that as well. Because there is no separation. There's no separate individual. It's just the one thing. Wonderful. Yeah. But not like the story, the story of Lisa was, when I'm enlightened, there'll be no more problems ever. No difficulties will cross my path. All that stuff, A story which is just this. It's not a story of somebody, because there was never anybody, and there's still nobody. Lisa functions and speaks and eats and does what she does. I do what I do. But there's no consideration about the person. There's no recognition of persons. Because there are no persons. So when I meet other people, there's no person. There's just interaction. And that's all that really ever goes on. Just interaction. Yeah, but, says the person with this story going on. Yeah, but what? Yeah, but what? Yeah, but nothing. Because it's not going anywhere, it's not moving. Hi, Andrew. Is the story outside of what is? No, the story is what is. Is absolutely what is. How can it be? How can it be otherwise? How can there be an outside of what is? There's no outside of what is. Even the concept of there being an outside is what is. Every single nuance. Because there's no one having a story, you see. It's what is appearing as a story. And it's so immediate that even the kind of sense that I need to get rid of that story or understand that story or whatever's going on, it's so immediate that nothing can be got hold of. It's like trying to grab air. There's nothing to grab. It's just too immediate. There's no inside what is either. There's just what is. It really is the most obvious thing in the room. It's the room. You know, when you look at the floor or the wall or whatever you're looking for or looking at, you're looking for something in that. That's the seeking, you see. That's the seeking. It's looking for something I'm not seeing in the wall or the floor or the hand or whatever. But it really is just the wall and the hand. There's nothing else in it. But you see, the mind can't get hold of what that is. It looks for something in it. Hi, Anne. It looks for a special something in what is. It looks for the thing I'm not seeing. It looks for my place in it, outside it. It just really is just this. I know I say it so many times, but it just sometimes it computes, doesn't it? Sometimes it doesn't. Yeah, totally love. Nothing is right or wrong. No, no, no. Nothing's right or wrong. Yeah. Exactly. Some drunken, sweary person on the street jacking up heroin is just as profound as someone who's been sitting on the Himalayas for 20 years in meditation. Because there isn't anyone here. It's all the one life. Doesn't matter what appears. In the same breath, what appears here, if someone says you can do something to be free in the future, I will have to, it's no. But that doesn't matter. People really believe that there's enlightenment in the future. That's fine. That, you've got to strive and struggle. Love it. Yeah. You've got to strive and struggle to be free. You've got to undo your conditioning and all this stuff. When there's no one to do that. Bang! Just right here. You can never get closer to this. Listening to the usual suspects, there is a belief about the apparent contraction creating an apparent separation. Yeah. 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 An apparent separation, but there is no separation. There's nobody who is contracted. There is nobody who is separate. It's a constant rain of changing appearances. Constant. And it can appear as contraction, but for nobody. Because there's nobody in that contraction. It's just an appearance. How great is that?